if you give the last of your money. At least that's what they're saying.
Hello, beggar. Here, have 32 gold. Goodbye. I have 0.
Mm-hmm.
Now I'll grab this chest that I left conveniently out here. 33 gold. Okay. So, between streams, I went to all of these are called shrines. I went to all of the shrines that I knew the location of and got them up to 3 prayers, mantras, whatever. And then things went a bit weird. So this is the last one. This is compassion. And let me show you what happens with compassion when I do the third one. So this is compassion, 3 days. It's moo. So we have to type in moo 3 times. Thou hast achieved partial avatarhood in the virtue of compassion. It never said that for any of the other ones. I've done sacrifice, justice, honesty, humility, and valor. And this is the only one that said I get partial avatarhood. Is there an order? Do I have to do them in a specific order? Does it have to start with
Not as far as I know.
And then I get this. Thou art granted a vision of a two-headed dildo. So that's...
I see. I was gonna say that's a cactuar, but two-headed dildo works as well.
So, yeah. Great. I don't know what I did wrong with all the other ones now, because it's like...
It let you do all 3, right?
Yes, but it just didn't say you've achieved partial avatarhood. It just said, you know, it's good to be valorous. Stop being a coward loser.
I wonder if it has to do with the other stuff too. Like, I don't know.
So I know that my valor is bad, but surely my humility isn't bad, and my sacrifice isn't bad. Like, why isn't Speculate says, isn't it 4-headed? I guess it's 4-headed. That's fair. So yeah, something. I don't know what, but something.
I guess it must be that you just don't have enough of any of the other virtues to, like, that you know, you're not valorous enough or whatever.
But I mean, I've gotten 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I've gotten 6 of them. I don't have any of them? And why is compassion the one I have? I'm not compassionate.
Compassion is...
Speculate says, between streams, I looked up the location of the missing mantram. I don't know what a mantram is. Maybe mantra?
It's a singular for mantra, apparently. Anyway, I was gonna suggest going to what's his face in Britannia and see if he says something special about.
Now that
see what he says about each of the ones that you've.
Yeah, now that I'm adequately compassionate, that makes a lot of sense. Let's do that. I left it off there because that was obviously different. So like that was worthy of
exactly.
Figuring out what the hell was going on.
Didn't we learn that you're at max experience?
Yes, but remember I have some new characters, and Mariah seems to be incapable of leveling up, so that's pretty cool.
Wonderful.
Hey you, jackass. Return when boy's woken up. Okay. Welcome, boy for NSA elves. I am Hawkwind, seer of souls. I see that which is within thee and drives thee to deeds of good or evil. What path dost thou seek enlightenment? Okay. Let's start with honesty because I did not get the avatar hood at honesty, so something is weird. Thou dost seem to be an honest soul. Continued honesty will reward thee.
Continued honesty will reward thee. So maybe that suggests you're on the right track, but not there yet?
Yeah. Compassion I'm done with, but I'd still like to know what you say. Thou hast become a partial avatar in that attribute. Thou need not my insights. I can't read, which is a problem. Valor. the lore. Thou art showing valor in the face of danger. Not true, but whatever. Strive to become yet more so.
That suggests good, but not good enough yet.
Justice? Thou dost seem fair and just. Strive to uphold justice even more sternly. Sacrifice. Thou art a self-serving tuft hunter. Thou deservest not my help, yet I grant it. So I'm not even close with sacrifice. I'm like way out of there on sacrifice. Honor, I don't even know where it is. Thou hast proven thyself to be honorable. Seek ye now for elevation. So maybe there is an order, and I need to do honor next.
No, I think you just, or maybe you weren't honorable quite yet, but when you tried it before, but now you are.
I haven't done honor yet because I don't have the mantra.
Oh. Yeah. Then I don't think there's an order. I think that's telling you you're good enough in honor. You just need the mantra, basically.
I'm good enough. Yeah, I'm good enough in
and you're
honor
good enough in
and sexuality too. Great. So the two that I don't know.
But those are the two that you can't do.
Great.
Exactly.
Cool.
You didn't ask about the last one? Just to see how close you are? Humility?
I'm humble.
Yeah, but not humble enough.
Not humble enough. I feel
there.
like this suggests that at the very least you do need to do humility last, which would make a lot of sense.
See, I don't think this has anything to do with the order that you have to do them in.
So I think
this is just telling you...
I think that humility is a special case, because remember, humility is like the weird one that's
I know it's a
separate
special
on that
case.
island and
Yeah.
blah, blah, blah. Bit
But
is
anyway,
Merobiba.
I'm Mallow Biba. Anyway, what was I gonna say?
I have no idea.
Oh, I was wondering. I was wondering if compassion and sacrifice. So those two things. I was wondering if compassion is the one where you give to beggars. What just happened?
I am under attack in the inn, which is pretty odd. I'm gonna make sure I'm actually under attack because my valor won't do well if I keep on attacking strangers.
I agree. Let them attack you, and if they attack you, attack them back.
They can attack first. Okay, you attack, now it's time to die. Well, we've killed a rogue in town.
I bet that's justice. I bet that's good for justice.
Oh my god. I was so not expecting that to happen that I didn't see the actual message.
Yeah.
I guess, you know, in editing the actual videos, I can go back and figure out what the message was. Well, we weren't assaulted that time. That's nice.
Anyway, yeah, I was saying, between sacrifice and compassion, we were under the assumption that sacrifice was giving money to beggars. Maybe compassion was giving money to beggars, and that's why you got compassion already, but you're like the opposite of sacrifice. And we just don't know what sacrifice is.
Well, one way or another, we need to figure out sexuality and honor. Yeah, there's like global map tiles. How did boy die? I should have maybe paid more attention to what the hell was going on rather than just letting our boy die.
Oops. These guys look tough.
Yeah, these guys are causing some issues here.
This might be where it would be good to have the spell undead.
This might be where it would be good to have the spell reload from save state. Or reload from the last time I saved. Given that we haven't found anything, I'm going to do exactly that.
Yeah. But now I think the strategy is just map.
Yes. That's very suspicious. You can't dispel poison. You can't dispel poison. And there's nothing here. It's just a...
Yeah, I know that.
It's just a poisonous spot.
I bet it's going to be, where you find, Mandrake, but only at a given time.
Ah, that would make a lot of sense. This is hell. This is hell. I hate this.
That will be
Moonglow.
Moonglow. Okay.
Boy, we sure have turned this fairly fun game into not fun at all.
I mean, I'm having fun. I like maps.
Grant a vision. To give all of thy life's blood so that others may live is a virtue of great praise. So, if I hadn't reloaded when Boy died there, then Boy would have
No, that is not the solution. No, that is not the solution. So there's one thing that you haven't noticed, apparently. Go to any healer.
Welcome to Wound Healing. Curing, healing, resurrection.
Huh. That's interesting. That's not what I expected to see.
That's what I expected to see. I mean, nobody's hurt.
Come on.
Welcome to Wound Healing. Cost 200 G. Nothing very interesting seemed to happen there.
Okay. Wait.
Oh, wait! Now it asks. Are thou willing to give 100 points of thy blood to aid others? 100 pints. Are thou willing to give 100 pints of thy blood to aid others?
I mean, obviously they mean 100 hit points.
That's much more than all of my blood. That's so much more than all of my blood. Do you want me to give 100 pints of blood? That's a lot of blood. We are in dire need. Okay, so now Boy permanently has 100 pints less blood.
I don't think that's permanent. I think you just heal and then... why do you think that's permanent?
Because otherwise it wouldn't be a sacrifice. Nope, HP max is 800. Okay, so that's just the dumbest shit in the world.
When you go to give blood in real life, you're not, like, permanently reducing your...
Yeah, but this is like a magic healing. This is supposed to be a sacrifice. That was no sacrifice at all.
People consider giving blood in real life a sacrifice. It's not really a sacrifice.
How did you get that option to appear? I was distracted, says Specklad. Well, I'd never actually healed at a healer. I had cured but not healed, because you can heal by just resting. So all you had to do was heal, and then they ask. It's just that I had never done that, because why would you heal at a healer? We know this isn't America, because in America, Boy wouldn't be allowed to give blood. Oh,
exactly.
Statements. Okay, I gave another 100 pints of blood.
Mm-hmm. Boy is really dry right now.
He's given 200 pints of blood. It's really, I think in a lifetime, 200 pints of blood is a lot of blood to give.
That's a lot of blood to give. I mean, there are people who have done it, but it's a lot of blood to give.
Okay, I've given 300 pints of blood.
I mean, you could just heal Boy here and give more blood if you wanted to.
Well, let's go for what would be considered a nice round 500. How's that?
Okay.
So there's 400.
It's just fun. It's just funny that you're like, I'm giving blood, I'm losing hit points, and then I'm going to use you to heal and give more blood.
Yes. Okay, let's say that 500 pints of blood is probably enough blood.
Yeah, I mean, you're right next to Britain, you can go ask.
Oh yeah, that's right. That's very stupid. I would like to say that's extremely stupid.
I agree, but I'm just, you know, that's why I kind of, I mean... I think it was still right to lead you to the shrine to get that information, but then that's why I just told you to go to a healer. I was like, there's no way you're ever gonna know this. I mean, there are other ways to gain points and things sometimes. So I think giving of your last gold to beggars does actually give you...
I haven't fed the lich enough blood yet, so I'm coming back.
What did he say? Did he at least not call you a vagabond or whatever he called
you? He said that I am not sacrificed. He said, so you were talking, and thus I wasn't paying
good,
attention.
but not enough.
Yeah, basically that, yeah. I'm going to use the remainder of my money.
How do you become less sacrificial? Good question. I don't know. Let's see what the guide says, I guess. Well, I don't know if it's going to tell you how to become less sacrificial, since that's not your...
It's also entirely possible that you can't, that it is a monotonically increasing value.
I mean, we know that in some of them you can.
Yeah, some you can, but I
know,
wouldn't be surprised if
not
there are
with
some you
sacrifice?
can't, yeah. Oops. Okay, I gave more blood. How am I doing now? Thy sacrifice is small. Give of thy life's blood so that I hate you. This isn't even what he said before.
You want to just go to pause and do this later?
I'm doing that. Well, I have to because I don't have any goddamn money. I've spent all
you
of
don't
my
have any
money giving blood, and you can't just give
the
blood.
last of your money to a beggar. That'll add some points.
But not to sacrifice, we learned.
No, it does. It does give you points in sacrifice too.
Oh.
If you give the last of your money, at least that's what they're saying.
Hello, beggar. Here, have 32 gold. Goodbye. I have 0.
Mm-hmm.
Now I'll grab this chest that I left conveniently out here. 33 gold. Let me leave that somewhere less awkward.
Yeah.
Okay, let's go chat with everybody and pause.
Okay, and there's nothing below Rune still.
And there's nothing below Rune.
Then I'll just tell you, because apparently it's not going to tell you itself. So the Minok Shrine, the Minok Moon Gate is the full moon gate. If you go there on the full moon, on the double full moon, then you can enter the shrine.
I feel like we heard something about that somewhere.
We definitely heard the new moon thing near Moonglow.
Oh, yeah, it was that one. Yeah, I remember new moon, but not full moon.
We could have maybe, assumed based on that, but that would have been a stupid assumption, right?
But yeah, so I suspect that either something is missing in the Master System version, or it's just moved somewhere else and we didn't find it. Yeah. Or we did find it. Okay. Well, I accidentally went into the whirlpool, so I guess wherever the whirlpool is, that's where we are now.
I'm trying to see if we're somewhere on the map. Oh, we are somewhere on the map.
That's
how you get here.
It's the friggin'
lake! That's how you get a Shisp here!
But you don't need to get a Shisp here.
Well, but we used Blink or the Air Shisp.
Yeah,
obviously you were supposed to get here earlier than that.
But you could have Blunk very early in the game. You could have Blunk at an arbitrary.
Yeah, but you didn't. Time. But you don't have the game's not going to make it to where you have. If you're a non-magic user and you don't have any party members, it's not going to make you do that. Unlike previous Ultimas.
Now I'm going to point out, no clue how to get out of here.
You're pretty close to Minok, actually. Just land.
Oh, yeah, I guess I can just
Now you have a Shisp in the lake. Leave it.
Yeah, now I have a Shisp in the lake. Neat. Yes, that should be a fine place, because then I can just go east of those mountains and north.
Here's what the transcript's supposed to say. Question. Hast thou found the shrine? Yes, good. No, enter the gate full of moons. Gate of full moons. is what it's supposed to say.
Now, I have a suggestion, which is, remember how we always did 1, then 2, then 3? How about instead we don't?
I mean, go ahead, try doing just 3 and see what happens.
Yeah, I did save just then.
I mean, I suspect 3... It could be that 3 works, but you still have to do all 3. You don't have to necessarily do them in order, 1, 2, 3.
But if you have to get partial avatarhood, like, surely... Yeah, I got partial avatarhood. It's not going to be more, right? I just realized that I should probably, like, vaguely draw the symbols it gives me, which is going to be super good.
Yeah.
So, compassion is the one I already got.
Compassion.
It was...
Yeah. It was the cactuar.
Well, that's going to be a hard one to remember. Up arrow! Okay. So now, at ridiculously long last, we have 2 of them.
Yes. By the way, since you are now the avatar, or partial avatar in sexuality, I can tell you that the way that you become, or one of the ways that you become more sexual, is to talk to the guy who tells you what your other levels are.
Wow, so he's really, he's got a thing for me, huh?
Yeah, exactly.
So, the other one that we're okay with is Honor, except that I don't know the mantra.
The rune.
No, I have
the mantra.
Rune, I don't know the mantra honor.
Yeah.
Honor is Trinsic, right? If I just wander around near the coast, somebody will give me their shisp. I'm pretty sure that's how... Hey, look, somebody gave me their shisp! Wow. I did it!
It's so stupid because you...
I don't travel by magic. I travel by shisp. Climb.
That's the one you're looking for.
But I know I have the rune. It's the mantra I need.
I know, but he's the one that apparently tells you the mantra too.
That seems unlikely. I seek entry. I know what the 2 requirements are. The rune. It doesn't let me scroll down.
Say you don't know what the 2 requirements are.
What dost thou think?
Okay. Ask about the rune, I guess.
Is there, like, something I'm missing here? Is there some other button to get to more? Because it does scroll down when they have more than that.
Yeah.
There's nothing. There's nothing. There's nothing.
Okay.
There's nothing.
How? What?
In the Master System part, the text is inaccessible, leaving the avatar to guess how it can be accessed. So, I was under the impression, now mind you, with each version, I'm just trying to find the most interesting port, not necessarily the best. I was under the impression that the Master System port was a pretty good one. Maybe not. Maybe I was wrong.
I mean, I'm starting to get the impression that maybe this is also another aspect of the Master System one that's borked. But yeah, I would at least go to the... I mean, you have a horse, go to the shrine. It's just your southwest.
Honor. For 3 full cycles. And as we all know, the mantra is boy.
Boy?
Boy! I was unable to focus. Thou hast lost an 8th. Whoa.
What?
Thou hast lost an 8th.
An 8th of your honor points? Is that what that means?
I don't like that.
Yeah,
have I lost a rune? No.
I just reload. Let me see if this is a bug, and I'll just tell you what the mantra is, because apparently you're just not going to find that. It's SUMM.
So we had mole, and it backwards is lum, and now we have sum as well. Very mathematical, very mathematical. Oh, does it say in the status screen if you have partial avatar hood? Asks Veclad. Good question. Status. Nope. Not here, anyway. Maybe it says for boyfriend SA elves? Nope. Doesn't seem to.
I think you just have to talk to what's-his-face.
Yeah. Okay, let's meditate on Honor for the full 3 days. It's very honorable to some things. Arithmetic. Nothing is more honorable than arithmetic. Have achieved partial avatar hood in Honor!
So it turns out most of the things we were missing were just because the Sega Master System version sucks.
We're missing it because they don't exist. Wow, that's quite the sign.
This is for honor?
Yes. The number 1. The number 1.